I'm live. Nothing. There we go. Okay. Finally, finally, finally. This time with microphone. Ooh. Okay, let's try that amount. See how bad that gets. What's up, guys? How are you doing? We finally have a microphone. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I also moved some stuff around a little bit. I'm really way off on the side. Hold on, that's driving me nuts. Not quite center, but a little bit better. What's up, guys? I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if the music is too loud. I have an ear thing now, so I should hopefully be able to hear when it gets too loud, but I'm gonna be relying on you guys to tell me because you know me, I have no clue. Ah, yes, so now we have a mic, so now you don't have to crank up your audio just to hear me and get your ears blasted out by the alert. So today we are going to be making one of my most favorite meals ever, BRINNER, which is that lovely combination of breakfast for dinner. I love it so much, and today we're going to do a little bit sweet and a little bit savory. So I'm going to show you guys an amazing French toast recipe that you guys can make on Sunday and eat throughout the week. You can take it with you to work, to school. It's very easily transportable, and I'm going to show you guys my most favorite version of Eggs Benedict. But first, let's say hi to some people in chat. What is up to Lily, Bill, Melissa, Amma, and Russ? I hope you guys are doing awesome. I was afraid I was going to be like so out of sorts because today we lose an hour, but then I remembered the desert really doesn't celebrate daylight savings time, so we don't actually lose an hour. So I really have no room to complain. Also, let me know how the audio is on this mic. It's kind of a cheap one, but I'm hoping it is a little bit better. You know what, let me switch over. Pop up the... There we go. A friend gave me a mini waffle iron, so I made Eggo-sized waffles for dinner last night. Nice! Oh, that sounds good. Okay. Wow, there's a little bit of a delay. That's fine. Alright, but before we get started with breakfast for dinner, of course we have to have our cocktail. And for today, I figured nothing goes better with BRINNER than mimosas. So... I'm going to show you guys how to make mimosas. Mic sounds good. The music can get a touch loud. The mic sounds better than it used to. Good. I'm glad for that, at least. All right. I can fix the music audio. Set down to about 14. Or cocktails brisk IT because I can't drink. Yes, the Karen drink. This is so a Karen drink. But I absolutely love it. Now, normally when you make a proper mimosa, you really wouldn't use juice. Normally what you would use is a puree. And the reason for that is it's a lot thicker. Otherwise, what you basically have here is the screwball? No. What do they call that one with juice and vodka? Screwdriver. It's basically the champagne version of a screwdriver. But they didn't have any puree available at the store, so I had to go with this. Normally you use orange juice. You can really use any kind of fruit puree. I went with my favorite, which is pink grapefruit juice, because I love pink grapefruit juice. And now there's a chance that your name might be Eggs Benedict. That's very true. There's a very high chance of that. Oh, you know what I should do before I do this? Give this a shake. There you go. Gonna pop the lid off this sucker. Here. Now, doesn't matter how you do this, this thing is gonna fizz one way or another. I don't know why it is. But we're gonna start off with a bit of juice at the bottom. And then top it off with your sparkling wine of choice. You don't have to go with champagne. Actually, what I recommend is Prosecco. So you OG people out there know I talk about Prosecco a lot. Prosecco is basically Italian form of champagne. Now, it can't be called champagne. Wow, this song gets loud. Because there we go. Only sparkling wine made in the Champagne region of France can be called champagne. Everything else has to be called a sparkling wine. So we're gonna take the cap off this. Okay. Sparkling wine safety. This up here, I'm talking, shush. This up here is called the cage. You want to be very, very careful because this right now may be the only thing holding the cork in this bottle. Anything with bubbles in it basically is treated like a bomb. This thing can explode if it's agitated too much. So what I recommend to everyone, keep one hand on top at all times. If I had time, I could have made a juice reduction, but I did not have time. Alright, so we're gonna wedge the cage off here, but we're not gonna take our hand off the top. Alright, cage is off. Keeping our hand on top of the cork, we're gonna slowly, actually I'm gonna switch hands here. We're not gonna turn the cork so much as we're gonna turn the bottle. That's gonna allow us to feel when that cork starts to move. Once it does, you inch it off. I was about to say you can feel it growing in your hand, and then I remembered I'm on YouTube. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Come on, you bastard. It's gonna be loud, I can feel it. There it is. Oh yeah. Alright. Now we're gonna slowly add this to our fruit juice or fruit puree. Be careful because this stuff's gonna fizz even more when it's introduced to acid. Do a side pour. We don't lose the bubbles. How much is this? Okay, not bad. Knock it a little bit, get the bottom piece up. And there we go. Cheers! Might be why I can never get those bottles open. I'm not familiar with that sensation. To be fair, I don't have a lot of experience with that either. Hey Ryan, what's up, dude? How was your stream yesterday? Are you back on you now? That platform seemed to work pretty well for you. Alright. This is perishable, this is going back in the fridge. Alright, so we're gonna get started basically just breaking down all of the ingredients that we're gonna need, starting with bacon. Now, I highly recommend you keep your bacon in the fridge until the last possible moment, because you want that fat to be as cold and solidified as possible. I'm talking! Oh, it's with her today. She knows I'm streaming, that's what it is. The colder the fat is, the easier time your knife is gonna have getting through it. The warmer it is, the tougher time you're gonna have. I did a few hours on YouTube and a few on YouNow. Nice! How are things on YouNow? I haven't been on there since, well, since the last time you were on there. Alright. So I'm gonna keep this on the butcher paper because it helps keep things nice and clean. We've got a lot of bacon. Both recipes use bacon. You're gonna want some good quality bacon. Norm, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Did you actually find that rum? I am so impressed you got your hands on it that fast. Alright. Now, before we use our knife, we're gonna make sure to hone the blade. In time with the music, if you like. This does not technically sharpen the blade, it just straightens the blade, which will still make it easier for your knife to get through what it needs to get through. Still need to get these professionally sharpened. Alright, I'm gonna split this into a couple of segments. And we're gonna cut these into what the French call lardons, or basically matchsticks. I got my new knife. Yay! You better send me pictures, girl. Oh yeah, this is nice and cold. Good. You know how it's changed so much. It enables OBS now and the layout is much better. Nice. Dana, what's up, girl? Oh, thank you so much for the like, and thank all of you guys for the likes. I really appreciate it. One of the downsides to being back on YouTube is... I don't know why they still have the dislike button. You would think, given that it's their video with the most dislikes on it ever, that they would probably get rid of the dislike button, but no. I haven't gone looking for it yet. I will be going out soon to hunt for it. Awesome! I mean, likely you're gonna find Captain Morgan a lot easier than you're gonna find Black Mask Rum. But like I said, if you can get your hands on it, it is the best rum I've ever had. That doesn't cost $150. Alright. We're just gonna cut these into tiny little matchsticks. So they'll render down nicely. Are you rocking a Sunbird? No, I don't know what is up with this camera. Hold on, let me see if I can fix it. The white balance on this thing is just crappy. This is the Brio, by the way. This is the big money one, and honestly, I'm not impressed. If I can get white balance. There we go. I look a little pale, but at least I don't look red. Okay. You can see that my blade really needs to be sharpened. By the way, I'm having to saw through this bacon. While I'm not, what they call knocking down this bacon, I want to hear from you guys. What is your most favorite breakfast or brunch dish? Breakfast is my most favorite meal of the day. Which I guess would technically be brunch, because I normally never eat breakfast until at least 11 o'clock. Yeah, I had high hopes for this Brio, Russ, and... disappointing. But then again, I think Ken even got the Brio, and even he said it wasn't all that spectacular. Alright, that's just a wad of fat, so we're gonna remove that from the table. Ew. I just eat it whole. Well, we gotta basically mix it up with our other ingredients, so... much as I am a fan of just big, thick slabs of bacon, it's gotta play nice with others. I came here to watch, but then apparently I'm just a wad of fat. Fine, I understand, it's true, but wow. I was talking about the... Is your name Bacon? No, I wasn't talking about you. How you doing, Ice? Yes, this can be used for stew. This makes a damn good stew. Bacon stew. I think that was a Bendy in the ink machine. Oh no, that was bacon soup, that's right. Which, I mean, if you're gonna make bacon soup, you may as well just make bacon stew. Wad of fat is the best part. Only if it renders down. If it doesn't render down, oh, it's, ugh, yeah, so nasty. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. I'm still in the wrong view. What's wrong? No, I am in the right view. Okay, good. Ice is doing alright. I gotta figure out what to pack for my trip. That's coming up soon, isn't it? Please tell the Karabukai play boys. Wow, why is that so hard to say in all in one sentence? That I say hi and give them a hug for me, please. I miss them a lot. Alright. Got our bacon nice and chopped down. We got a lot of bacon. Never a bad thing. Unless you're allergic to bacon, and then, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I use bacon when I make beef bourguignon. Oh, I have not made that in so long. There we go. Alright, so now we need to split this out into two groups. One is gonna go in our eggs Benedict, and one is gonna go, actually maybe a little bit more on this side, in our French toast casserole. Probably about, there we go. That will go in our eggs Benedict. First, wash the hands. Could make bacon soup and stew? We could. I mean, let's face it, stew is basically a thickened version of soup. Go. I should refrigerate the Prosecco. Go, go, go. Okay. Alright, that's for our Benedict. This, I grabbed the, yeah, here it is. Our leftover sage from last week. Some of you are wondering, like, you really put sage in your French toast? Oh, hell yes. It is incredible. Now, you don't need a lot, because sage is pretty powerful. Why does it keep looking like I have a sunburn? My god, I'm not that Italian. Knock off a few leaves here. Oh, it already smells so good. That should do. Now a sip for the chef. Stuff. Okay. I'm gonna move our bacon out of the way. Bring over our sage. Now, for the sage, we're gonna want to shred this up into nice tiny little pieces. So to do that, I'm gonna layer the leaves together. And we're gonna roll them up, basically mince right through them. Alright, I'm gonna move Over. Nice, fine shreds. See how fine these are? They're gonna basically disappear into our French toast, but it's gonna really perfume it. The cop joke? No. I don't know when cops ever got associated with pigs. When did that start being a thing? Actually, I'd probably ask, how did that start being a thing? Okay. Now, we're not gonna need too much, because the recipe on the thumbnail is the whole thing, and we're not gonna use that much. I'm doing about half of that. Okay, you know, I think that's actually plenty. So we're gonna get rid of the rest of all of this in here. '16th century seems like. It seems like that's just always been a thing, and I've never figured out why. It's always funnier after I put them in handcuffs. Ha ha! Nice. Someone mentioned bacon, I say, is that a cop joke? I'd always get them. Okay, so our bacon is now taken care of. So roll this up and get it out of the way. Now, that is pretty much it for... Well, yeah, I think we try that. Let's take care of this. Okay. Now, the trick to really any kind of good French toast is that you want either a very crusty bread or a very stale bread. And the reason for that is you're introducing this to a lot of moisture. So if the bread is already moist to begin with, your French toast is going to wind up very, very soggy. So what you can do is either get a loaf like this, which is almost 60% crust, or leave the bread that you're going to use for your French toast out overnight, and that will stale it, so make it nice and dry. That way it'll drink in the moisture, but it's not going to give you a soggy French toast. Third option is you can always pop your toast or pop your bread into the oven to dry it out, and then use it that way. Now I gotta remember exactly where I started this at. And if you're wondering why I wrapped this all in plastic wrap, is because when I got this, this bread was already pretty stale. If you wrap it in cling wrap, it'll help it from not staling much more. Cop is short for copper, the copper badge. Yeah, that I get. No known reason for the term pig. Okay, so I just thought there was like, why? I don't know. Okay, wow, I did an overly good job on this. Hold on. Common insult. That would make sense, I guess. I was wondering if it was like some Orson Welles reference to Animal Farm that I wasn't getting. How long were you a cop for, Storm? Oh my god, okay. Bing film. There we go. Get rid of all that. Iron Mail for all your Christmas gift wrapping needs. No! I am terrible at gift wrapping. Oh, it's the worst. I will just leave it in the bag and like stick some tissue paper in it and say, here you go. Oh, about 8 months. Cool. Alright, now this is not the knife you would normally use to cut bread, but the only knife I have, so we're just gonna have to go forward with it. Actually, it's cutting pretty nicely. I'm rather surprised. Just gift wrap the fuck out of that baguette. Well, it's true. I mean, if I was trying to keep presents fresh, I'd probably do a good job, but... Okay. Now, let's see how much this cuts down to. I'm actually not going to use the end piece because that's a little too much crust. Okay, this is cutting down pretty nicely. Let's have it first, and then... Yeah. So we just want them into nice little bite-sized pieces. Oh my god, guys, thank you so much for all the likes. It's so sweet of you. By the way, our cocktail video this week is actually going to be a cooking video based off of Death Road to Canada. So I'm going to show you guys a great way to take all those veggies that you hate and make them into something you're going to love. If you haven't already, you want to hit that subscribe button. The video will show up in your subscribe playlist. Let's test out this bread. This should be good. Nice and eggy too. That's what I like in a baguette. Nice eggy bread. Alright, now let's see how we're doing. Gonna break out our vessel here. Now, if you make it according to the recipe in the thumbnail, you're gonna need a 9 by 12, 9 by 11. The bigger rectangle one. I don't have that, plus I'm just eating for me. So, I'm using this tiny little 8 by 8. We're gonna want a good mix of bread, to blueberries, to bacon. Alright, we got a ways. But in the interim, we can start adding our blueberries. You can also use frozen blueberries if you want. They don't have to be fresh. There you are. Blueberries are high in anthocyanins. They're high in fiber. Very good berry for you. Okay, we need more bread. You can also swap out the blueberries for any kind of berry you like. I would say avoid blackberries because they have a lot of pith inside of them, which is not great. Which is such a shame because I love the flavor of blackberry, but a little bit of a pain to cook with. Berry is a very good berry. I used to pick these up as a kid at the store and store them in giant buckets and freeze them for the year. Nice. Yeah, got all the way through that. Okay. We're gonna continue to cut these suckers down. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more bread. I don't know where we went, but we got to hand pick them off bushes. Nice. Oh, you got the really fresh stuff. So you can probably thinking, yeah, this recipe looks a little tedious. It's a little bit of work, but it's really just all in the prep. Once you get the prep done, this breakfast will last you like a good 3 or 4 days. Plus, it reheats very nicely. Friggin' love blueberries. We have wild blueberries all over our area. Where you guys in Maine are so lucky. You get lobster, you get berries. More blueberries. Bit more bread. Now this is gonna swell up a little bit because we are introducing water to it. Potatoes to make vodka. Actually, I think Idaho's got you beat on the potatoes. Oh my god, these blueberries are really good. Friggin' love blueberries. Some of the best craft beer in the nation. Interesting. It seems like Oregon is trying pretty hard for that title there. You may have some competition. Need to save a couple of slices for our eggs Benedict. I'm gonna stop there. There's a brewery on every corner here? No way! That's cool! Well, if I ever get the chance to tour the US, I'm gonna have to try out some of those breweries. I was mostly gonna hit main for the lobster and the chowder, but you guys got beer. Beer and chowder go really good together. Okay, now we're gonna have to stop with the bread because I'm running out of room. You're coming to Portland, you just don't know it yet. See, every time I hear Portland, I keep thinking Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. Okay, I'm just gonna eat all these friggin' blueberries. Okay. Now we have our blueberries and bread mixture all nice and together. So now we gotta get the wet team going. I gotta stop eating these blueberries. Actually, you know what? Let's get the bacon sorted. Ooh! Hello, blueberry. Stop. For the real Portland. We even have legal weed now. I was gonna say, you probably should, because Washington was one I didn't. Well, they have Seattle, so yes. Or blinded. Okay, let me clean. Kitchen is starting to look like a nightmare. There we go. Okay. All right. Bust out our top. I am loving this thing. I mean, it has been performing super well. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was pretty cheap, but if you're interested in one of these, oh, I don't have the link for it yet. I'll get you guys the link for it next stream. Promise. All right, let me go plug this in. Next, I will grab my super fancy camera lift. Yeah, we're so professional here. All right, let me see how that's showing up. Hey, Willie, what's up? Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe we can edge. Ah, I cannot see in that view because of the delay. That's pretty good. Okay. Over. Listen, big pot. All right. Now you can add butter if your bacon doesn't have a lot of fat to it, but I'd say what we have is pretty good here. So we're going to turn this on. Drop it down to about a 4, like I know what that means, and add in our bacon and our sage. How much? How you doing today? Pretty good. Actually, this is really nice. It's an induction cooktop, and I mean, it still has that little center of heat that I've not been able to. But kind of like cooking with a wok, it does give you the ability, like if you want to take something off the heat, you can just push it to the outside and focus that inner heat on, you know, anything that you really need to here. Oh, it doesn't quite sit high enough. Let me see if I pull this in. Oh, you can smell that sage already. They are pretty nice. Now, the trick with induction cooktops is that you can only use, how can I put this? Very specific cookware. And basically, if you can stick a magnet to it, you can use it. So anything like this will work. Stainless steel will work. But some of your non-stick will not work. But it helps keep this nice and safe. I'm a big fan of that. Alright. Oh, it's already smelling so good. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Not so much for flavor, but basically to help render the water out of that fat. And maybe a little bit of ferrous metals, yes, exactly. Going nicely with the song. By the way, how's the music audio? Is it still decent? I hope. It's like I have so many other things I want to do for this stream, but I can't do any of them until I get this audio thing resolved. Yes, cast iron is perfect. Not only because it holds heat really well, but also the new ones with the lining, love them. Music is good. Okay, good. I like your music choice and music volume. Yes! We finally solved the problem! Fucking cheers to that! Oh, so happy. Also, oh my god, the smell is so good. Whatever happened to that smell-o-vision that YouTube wanted to do? Oh, you know what, guys? Actually, I do need your help. So the next big thing that we need to figure out is how to do the, what was it, Cutthroat Kitchen kind of mystery box thing. So I figured I'd kind of set it up like the same way that we do Death Road to Canada. So we'll have people suggest stuff. Of course, sponsors get a bigger slice of that wheel because you're donating money to this channel and you're paying for those boxes. We'll spin it, and then those will be our mystery ingredients. And we can give them themes like suggest a protein, suggest a starch, something like that, just so we don't get, yeah, cook with some nuts and bolts. But the only thing is, I don't know how to, like, how do we get ingredients that aren't, I don't want to say dumb, but you know what I mean? I don't know of a good way to keep that out. Most music choice is always on point. She's a human jukebox. It's tough because the service that I use for this, so that way I don't get content ID'd, is called Epidemic Sound, which is not bad. I think it's like $10 a month or something like that. And they give you all their library. Unfortunately, it has none of the songs from the radio that you would know. But if you pay them for like 6 months, you can use their entire library and you will never get content ID. They basically whitelist your channel. They also have a good amount of electric jazz, which I love. They call it electric swing. But again, it's, you know, a lot of the songs you've never heard of before. Are you streaming Death Road to Canada this week? Yes. This Monday, we will do some Death Road to Canada. Also filming the cooking episode tonight. Alright, I'm gonna let this get some color on it. I'm gonna spread it out just a little bit so that way it doesn't boil, but actually browns. Let that go for a minute. Sage is so good. Take stock in what you have, list it. That's so many options for each category. Like you have sausage chicken, chicken liver, etc. Then the top 3 get put on the buddy wheel. Okay. Yeah, we could totally do that. I like that idea. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. I mean, you wouldn't think so, but sage and bacon go together so well. I also love that I can hear the music again because I love dancing while I cook. Just a little bit longer. Like what veggies do you have? Then like the top 5 gets put on the buddy wheel. Which I can do, but I also want, you guys to be able to suggest something, which I am so happy to go out and get it. Like chicken liver, I don't have. I've never cooked with it before, but that would be a great challenge. Put together a recipe. Oh, maybe that's how we do it. Maybe you guys pick like the star ingredient and I gotta craft something around it. What do you think? Either, because we could do it either way. We could do it, you guys pick the star ingredient and I craft around it, or I pick like 4 things and then you guys put in the vote for the 5th and the 6th. At the end, the buddy wheel can also choose what type of food you're making. Oh, you got chicken liver, onions, potatoes, and tomatoes. Time to make soup. That's interesting. Cooking challenge starring Mel. Oh, it smells so good. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. It gets repetitive, but it really does. Today, Mel cooks chicken liver with chocolate and vanilla pudding. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Oh, could not. So, now that's interesting. Chicken livers and chocolate. You would think, you can't do anything with that. But you can. If I were to make like enchiladas and mix in the chicken liver into the enchiladas and take that chocolate and turn it into a mole sauce. We did chicken livers and chocolate. Alright, that's getting about done. Or do what my friends do, watch any episode of Chop, get the list of ingredients, and make your own dish. Yeah, but I want to give you guys opportunities to kind of interact, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna turn this sucker off. There for a minute. Warm, that's fine. There's actually a chopped mystery basket generator. Oh, interesting. That could be helpful. Alright, we're gonna go stick you over here. Nice and far away from the cats. Okay, so now we need to bring in our bowl. We need cinnamon, sugar, eggs, milk, and a little bit of alcohol. Grab our sugar. Got our milk. We have our alcohol. This is the stuff that I used in the Persona 5 coffee video. You gotta go. Bye, Willie! You can choose your appetizer round, entree, and dessert. I just clicked appetizer round and got Brussels sprouts, Dijon mustard, leftover risotto, and uncooked squid. Ooh, that one's tough. Actually, maybe not so tough. I might have a solution for that one. So it's something like that. Now, it's the squid that makes things a little tricky, but what you can do is, I think they call it takoyaki in Japan, where they take the squid and then they cook it in a like a savory pancake batter. They fry them, and they're really, really good. The squid winds up being cooked. You could do the same thing, but instead of the pancake batter, you can actually use the leftover risotto, and then you make it like a mix between takoyaki in Japan and arancini in Italian, which is basically balls of rice that are fried. So you cook the octopus, you put it in the rice, group it up that way, fry those, and then put that on a bed of sauteed Brussels sprouts in a Dijon mustard sauce. Doable. That was tricky though. I like that. That was good. Okay, now the whole recipe I think calls for 5 eggs. I'm doing half of that, so I'm gonna do 3. Ah. Oh, that actually sounds like a really good dish. Alright, I'm gonna put the eggs away till we need them later. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk these up before we introduce anything else, just to make it easier. Personally, I would have made squid linguine dish with shaved Brussels sprouts and fried bacon, fresh Parmesan on top, and make the fried risotto hush puppies. Now there's an interesting idea. But see, that's what's so cool about it. Just in a couple of ingredients, and you can make wildly different things. Alright, I think this originally called for, what is it? 1.5 cups of sugar? Hold on. 1.5 cups whole milk, so we need 3/4 cup of milk and about 1/8 cup of sugar. Oh, enter sugar. 3/4 cup of milk. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Let me mix them. Eggs first. been so long since I've had squid linguine. I am actually going to use a little bit less milk because I like to have more egg in my mix than milk. Because egg will hold it together more, milk just makes it soggy in my opinion. Entree round is interesting. I got potato and cheese pierogies, Asian long beans, ketchup packets, and uncooked ramen noodles. Oh shit. I don't even know what I could do with that. That one's tough. Now, weirdly, the recipe didn't call for it, but I always love adding in a little bit of vanilla extract. Not a lot, because this stuff's potent. Hell, I just went shopping. Brand new cinnamon. I love a lot of cinnamon. You don't have to go this hard on the cinnamon, but I do. Oh, easy there, girl. Yeah, I'm just making like a cinnamon cloud here. Can you incorporate, please? Now, the reason why the cinnamon doesn't want to incorporate is the same reason why the cinnamon challenge was a stupid fucking idea. Cinnamon will take all the liquid before it even gives way. Which, that's why a whole bunch of people were sending themselves to the ER because they were basically choking on cinnamon. I could think of some weird ass ragu. That's all I could think of too. Like the ketchup packets will ruin it. Everything else I could probably put together, but ketchup packets? Ugh. Unless you take the ketchup packets and use it, mix it with some things to make it like a dipping sauce. That's doable, but still not great. Top the ramen with the ragu sauce, that could work. Oh, that smells good. Now we can't use a lot because otherwise this thing's not gonna hold together. That is good. That is really good. Okay. Now we need a pinch of salt and orange zest. So I'm actually going to put the salt in last because salt and eggs don't get along well together. I want to cut down the amount of time they're together as possible. Take our orange. What's happening with the audio? There it is. Watermelon syrup, chocolate-covered peanuts, tahini, and candied bacon. That one's got my number. Alright, I don't know what's up with this song. There we go. That was weird. Like the tahini works with the chocolate covered. With the peanuts. The rest of that? Watermelon syrup I probably have to put in a drink. That won't play nice, but the rest of the stuff could work together. A little bit here. Nope. That. Nope. Still a little work with it. We're gonna take our sage. That way the liquid will help the bacon get all throughout the mixture. Yep. Very slightly tahini flavored ice cream with the chopped nuts and bacon, and either make a drink with the syrup or cotton candy. You can totally do that with the cotton candy. That's a great. Yeah, it's not going to go well together, but you are kind of limited. All right, got our bacon in here. Oh, with the orange and the sage, it smells so good in here. Put in a couple of twists. Ow. Magic time. That did not help that to integrate at all. That's wonderful. We're gonna have to help this along. Actually, this is looking pretty dry. I think we're gonna have to add more liquids to this. All that needs. Let's add more milk to this. Trust this to not go dry on me soon. Now let's back up. Okay. Because you got to assume that the bread is going to soak up a lot of this liquid. That's a little bit better now. more just to make thoroughly coated this. There we go. That should work better now. Alright, now I need to... We have to cover this or not. It does not say. Alright. It has to bake for about 40 minutes. I'm gonna cover this because I need that liquid to... We'll do about 30 minutes covered and then see where it's at. There we go. Okay, now up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Doesn't have to be super clean. I just straighten this up a little bit. Okay. So while that is cooking, we're now going to make my most favorite version of eggs Benedict. Italian eggs Benedict. Okay, so to get us started, we need to chop up some tomatoes. And I need to put this back down to its normal height. Always in the wrong camera for this. Lift! Thank you. Okay. These ones are always so hard to get off. Ah, perfect. No, you stay here. Okay. Now with these, you don't have to be super precise or anything. We just need to break them down into a couple of pieces. So I normally just cut these little cherry tomatoes in thirds. Perfect. By the way, if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Melissa, aka Cocktails and Consoles. We're on Sundays We are cooking in cocktails. I love to cook, and it's been my dream to actually have a cooking stream. So, in addition to our regular Friday night streams and Monday night streams, we also have these Sunday streams where we get to cook together. We also have new cocktail videos for you every Wednesday, which some of those are cooking videos. All of them are game themed. And if you like that kind of content and you want more of that, just hit the subscribe button. And if you're enjoying this stream, if you want to give me a thumbs up by hitting that thumbs up button, that would be awesome. Now, what makes this recipe easier than most eggs Benedict is that we don't actually have to make hollandaise, which is super nice. We are gonna let the cheese be its own sauce. I'll show you how. Oh, they don't have... Oh, that's a bummer. I was gonna say, if you have a Total Wine Spirit, they should have it. Beverages and More might have it. Sometimes it can be a little hard to get your hands on it, but it's incredible. A little big, but we'll go with it. Oh, bench scrape. Thank you, Bill. This into a pan. I know, I really need to sharpen this knife. It's insane how bad it is. Plus, cherry tomatoes are, well, I guess these are technically grape tomatoes, are always a bitch to cut. Knife is so lucky. My next knife, when we get enough in donations, is probably going to be a filleting knife. Because then I can actually bone a chicken rather than constantly having to ask my butcher to do it. Normally you wouldn't need this many tomatoes, but I have to cover the bottom of the pan, and all I have is this really large pan. So, the inspiration of this dish actually comes from a Tunisian dish called the shashika. So what they do is they take onions and tomatoes, and they cook them down into like a very chunky sauce, and then they break a couple eggs into it. So the eggs basically poach in the sauce, and it's so good. So I took that and I gave it an Italian theme. Closest Total Wine store that has is in Folsom, California. Oh wow, I guess Total Wine's not out there. That's a shame, because it's like the Costco of alcohol. So we're gonna let these reduce down on the stove while we cook our bacon and our Brussels sprouts. Now you can always swap out the Brussels sprouts for spinach. You can always forego the greens altogether, but I do recommend getting some green. Especially because you're not really gonna taste them. It's a great way to get your greens in without having to suffer greens if you don't like them. But trust me, I understand. I used to be one of those people too. And depending on which place cooks them, I'm still one of those people. Closest total wine to me is all the way in Wisconsin? Wow. They need to branch out more. Like, the cost on their wines is so good. Trust me, I don't have a brand deal with them. I wish I did, but I don't. You always know where your paper cuts are on your hands whenever you start chopping tomatoes. Alright, we're almost done with the tomatoes. Of course, you can't have it shipped. Oh, because of, Maine regulations? They have one in Danvers, Massachusetts, but they don't have Black Mask. Ah! I don't know what the big distributors are out there that might have it. Alright, so if you can't get your hands on... Actually, you know what? You may like this one better. So Black Mask still my ride or die. But when you can't get your hands on that, Flor de Cana is an amazing rum. Now this one is... It's not nearly as spiced as most spiced rums. It's... Imagine the color of iced tea. It kind of looks like that. Flor de Cana 5-year, I think, is actually fairly good. It's going to cost a little bit more than the Black Mask, but the quality is incredibly good. So Black Mask I will drink on its own, and I'll drink it mixed into a cocktail. Flor de Cana, normally I just drink it straight. I wouldn't put that into a cocktail because the flavor's delicate. But it's nice because there's no burn on it. Now their 18-year, that's the $150 one I was telling you about. That one's insane. That I tend to get whenever I go to this bar called Undertale. Undertale? No, wait. Maybe it is Undertale. Basically, they took an old car repair place, not a car repair place, the place where you go to get your oil changed, where they go underneath, and that's how they change your oil. They got one of those places, and the underside now is the bar. So up top, there's a nice cafe and everything, and you actually have to put in a reservation to get in, because you can only be there for 45 minutes. There's maybe about 20 seats in the whole place. But the awesome thing about it is that they have portholes along the side, and you're watching these videos of the world going by. So depending on where the ship is, because it's all decked out like a ship, you'll be seeing like the rainforest, you'll be seeing like the Middle East, depending if they're heading up towards the Red Sea. It is so cool. And they'll tell you like where the ship is at any given time. But yeah, they specialize in rum. Hey Guy, what's up? Now the same company also has another one that's called Century Grand, which what that one is it's decked out like a train car. And same thing, the train is always traveling, so they'll tell you where it is at any given time. I think when I went, it was in Colorado in the winter time. So we're passing by, like the place shakes a little bit, mimicking the feel of a train. And you're looking at like frozen mountains and trees. It's really, really cool. B&H liquor stores have it. A $30 bottle for, are you ready? $120. Wow. They took a quick lube and turned it into a speakeasy? Exactly, Bill. That's exactly what they did. It's so genius. I can't wait to see what else they do. Wait, the 30-year, is that the Florida Decana that you're looking at, Storm? A couple more and this will be done. Ah. Nope, that's $1,200. Wow. Damn. Florida Con is one of the best. That's crazy. But yes, thankfully the 5-year is not that bad. At least I hope it's not that bad. Okay. I think that's pretty good. So here in this pan, we have our chopped tomatoes. I'm gonna go put this on the stove. I can start rendering down. We do on the timer. 13 minutes, okay. 12 your bottles for 40. That's not bad. Officer Dan, how are you doing, sir? All right. Now, our tomatoes out of the way, and we are gonna shred some Brussels sprouts. Now, you could do this with an actual shredder. I just find it to be super messy, so I just do this all by hand. Be lurking, I'm busy cooking for a little bit as well. Nice! What are you making? So I'm just gonna cut these into little circles, nice and thin. But I'm not gonna get too close to that core. Right about there. And then take our circles and cut them in half. That will give us nice fine ribbons. Ooh, 3-day brisket, nice. Here to share some tips and tricks. I love brisket. Now, because we are cutting these so thin and so fine, these are only going to take about like 2 minutes to cook. So they'll get nice and crispy and not do anything else. Maybe someday. Ah! Well, then you need to do a cooking stream because I need to see how you make brisket. Or just make it a video, I don't care. Oh, hey, Alma, what's the day countdown now? Hold on. Oh, that's the tomatoes. Like, what does that sound? The tomatoes. Speaking of the tomatoes, we need to hit that with some salt and pepper. Now, normally I would also put in a spice I can't remember the name of right now. It's a Tunisian spice. I talk about it all the time. I can't think of what it's called. Wow, Melissa, you're just a professional. My God. Love it. I can rarely find it, but when you can find it, it's really cool. 19 days. Nice. Could that someday be today, right? See, when you tease brisket, we must have brisket. Wow, this is gonna make a lot. Okay. Wash off my knife. Oh, why can I? Okay. Clear up just a little bit more because now we need to cut the bacon. Friday will be 2 weeks. Yay! Excited for you. It's down here. Get it out of the way. Yeah, I don't know why the audio is breaking up. That's bizarre. I thought it was just my headphones, but no, it's the actual audio for some reason. Let me try that off. Quote and Qdoba can confirm. Okay. Here we go. Okay. We need to add some garlic to our tomatoes. There's a noise gate on the mic. There's not a noise gate on the, anything else, though. That's a good idea. It's weird because it only, like, just started happening. And I know, I looked for a garlic crusher. And I don't know what it is. Target just does not have them anymore. It's so strange. All right, brush these suckers. Nope, stay. Yeah, I may have to hit Walmart. Or actually, if I was smart, I would go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond? Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond. How are we doing on that? 6 minutes. Okay. Amazon, yeah, I should just break down and get it from it. Hell, I get everything else from Amazon. Okay. Yep. Now let's mince up this garlic. Rid of the bottom pieces, we don't want those. Ah, my foot's cramping. Weird reason. Go. Bench scraper. Add these to our tomatoes. Garlic so sticky. Alright, so I'm gonna let those cook a little bit, break down a little bit, and then we're gonna add in some white wine. You can also add red if you prefer red. Yep. Yes, Officer Dan is here. Alright, let me go get our handy. This thing, and I promise you guys I will have a link for this in the description for next week. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. 2-for-1 mincer slicer. Oh, thank you. Okay, hold on. Let's let the light calm itself down. Whoa. Bring back our trusty pan. Oh, you're making brisket for when he's there? Nice. Okay. Add in the champagne. A little bit for the tomatoes, a little bit for the chef. Get a lot for the chef. There we go. Oh. Cheers. Okay. Now, the reason why you put wine with anything with tomatoes, not only because it tastes good, but there are flavor components in tomatoes that are only alcohol soluble. Means you can only get access to them if it has some kind of alcohol to pull it out. And also because it's a great excuse to have wine on hand for when you cook. Alright, we're gonna cook up our bacon again. Oop, timer's on that one. Hold on, I gotta check on our casserole. That needs about another 10 minutes. Yeah, brisket is so good. I wish I had the stuff to be able to make it properly. Salt and pepper this. And of course some red pepper flake. Boy, the audio's breaking up. That's so weird. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce Brussels sprouts. Get them all nice and coated in the fat. Crank up that heat a little bit. Add in a little bit more salt to help break down the Brussels sprouts. Oh god, just even this smells great. sit for a minute to finish up. Let's go check on our tomatoes. That's looking good. Okay. Now, last thing we need to do is just cut up a couple slices of bread. Now, you can always toast these in the bacon fat if you don't want them to become soggy, but it's pretty dense bread, so we're gonna just kind of leave it as is. Why is the music breaking up? I'm gonna have to Google that later. That's weird. No, the mic is fine. The music's running off my desktop. Okay. That's good. Go stick this on the oven. Oh. The music is fine, but I'm breaking up now? What the hell is going on? This is really weird. Do that 5 minutes. So part of the problem is I'm doing all of this on my laptop, and it's really not meant for streaming, unfortunately. And the light changes a lot. Come on. There we go. Now I look normal color again. Stream is good for me. Okay, good. Alright. That's off. That can sit. Please. Okay. The last thing that we need to do, well, one, the casserole's got to finish, and that will be done in about 3 minutes. We'll pull it on out of there and let it sit. Then we need to crack some eggs into our tomatoes, set those under the broiler till they're just about set. Then we're plating and we're done. Now there's no issue. Maybe it is just the induction cooker. I don't know. But wait, it was doing that before, right? And this. I never had these problems when I stream on my computer. You know, you might be right. That might be the reason. There we go. Okay, well, that's just something I'm just gonna have to know. Okay, well that needs another minute, then that can come. I'll get our plates together. Take our bread, just layer it down. Kinda like you would with an English muffin. The other one can just sit there while we're waiting. See how this turned out. Ooh, that looks good. Oop, couple stuck pieces. Mmm, smells wonderful. Empty this. Mmm. You see how much this swelled? So we're gonna go stick this on the stove. I don't know why I call it the stove. Okay. Now we have our tomatoes. We're gonna crack some eggs in. Audio's cutting out again? I don't know what the hell's happening. Alright. I'm gonna make some divots for our eggs. Eventually, I just have to get an actual desktop for no other way around it. Hey Ty, what's up? I'll leave this as flat as I can. Crack in our eggs. Yep, there goes the audio again. I don't know what it is. Oop. Easy there. It's possible. Maybe it's fighting with you. All right. Hey, Blazing Jedi, what's up? I don't cook or have fascination with, but for some reason I can't stop watching. Oh, thank you. So happy. How are you doing? By the way, guys, thank you so much for all the likes. All right, I think our broiler is doing good. Now, the trick with this is you cannot take your eyes off it. The second it goes in the broiler, you gotta stay on top of it. You want to pull these when it looks like the egg is just about starting to set, meaning the whites have gone from runny to they're turning white, and the yolk is starting to become a little bit translucent. That's when you want to pull them, because they're going to continue to cook once you pull them out. And remember, wear gloves when you take this out, because this pan is going to be rocket hot. keep an eye out of it, of the corner of my eye. While that's going on, I'm gonna start dressing these. Remember watching the Undertale streams and the Batman Telltale. I love those. Okay, so we took our bread and we just covered it with our bacon and our Brussels sprouts. That's our base. Then once the eggs are done, we're gonna scoop it with the tomato sauce on top and then cover it in Parmesan. Oh, thank you, Alma. Okay, let me turn the handle so I can close it a little. Ooh boy, I am keeping an eye on those. Sorry, I might miss a few things in chat while this is getting finished. Do my best. Oh, we're doing. Oh. Music is fire. Yay! Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the audio. I don't why it's cutting out. It's so bizarre. Alright, the whites are starting to set. Yolks have a little bit more to go. Sorry, I know this is really bad, but I have to keep an eye on this. Hey, Emmy. What would you say is the most Italian thing about you? My love of pasta. I know it's such an easy go-to, but... Let's see if I can move this up a little bit higher. Her ancestry. I love it. I think when I watched the Telltale Batman Undertale series, my name was Blazing Slayer or something. I thought your name was always Blazing Jedi. Now I have it like right next to the burners. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry guys, this will be over in a moment. I promise. Go on, you. I've had that name for a long time. Makes sense. Wow, these eggs really don't want to set. Try to make your own spaghetti and meatballs. I did. It was under Cooking from Scratch. We made PewDiePie's spaghetti. Go on. Go on. Go. No. Oh. Oh. Go on. Yeah, they're still very gelatinous. Okay. So those are almost done. The second they're done, we can plate and we are good to go. I should probably get the cheese. Now, I tried to find Grana Padano, which is like the best cheese ever. Even if you're huge Parmesan fans, you will love that cheese, but sadly they didn't have any. So I just got regular Parmesan. Do I put the side of my hair back when I read comments? Ha! I did not even know that. But see, now that you said it, I'm gonna be so self-conscious of... Oh my... I am okay! You are absolutely right. I totally do that. Good to know. My gosh, these do not want to cook! A washed egg never sets. That's becoming very true. Do you think your cooking stuff is doing better here than on cooking from scratch? Yes, and it's just because the number of viewers, the number of subscribers, like starting from scratch, friggin' hard. I mean, at the time I had to do it because of the algorithm, but managing 2 channels, I did not take into account exactly how much effort that takes, and it's a lot. These eggs know you're watching. Audio cutting out. I think it's my laptop, to be honest with you. Yeah, because if I don't say anything, the music is fine. That's weird. So weird. Fighting the urge to check on it like every 30 seconds. No, like, I need... we need the plot progression! I don't really notice a problem with the audio cutting in or out. Okay, because for some... there it was. For some reason, like, the desktop music audio will blink in and out. I've been told that the mic audio is blinking in and out. I don't know what's going on. Get my eyes off it for a second. Bastard. What, you guys don't yell at your eggs? Okay. Wanna finish this, eggs? You are letting us down. This. I swear to God, I've never had eggs take this long to set under a direct flame. Only when they try to scramble. If I push them farther into the oven, maybe that'll work. Chicken Alfredo spinach lasagna. Ooh, that sounds good. What? Hi. What, you gonna yell at me and leave? What's up with that? Huh. He's such a brat. Stop it. There we go. That's what. All right, finally. I'm gonna give them about 20 more seconds. I'm gonna pull them. Now, if you don't like your yolks that runny, you can always let them sit a little bit longer. But you don't want these to become hard-boiled eggs. That sounds really good. I know, right? About damn time. These eggs are trying my patience. like mine done a little bit more. I like mine what I think is the true over medium, which is the outside of the yolk is set, but the inside is nice and gooey. I can't stand super over easy, where it's like the yolk isn't cooked at all. You really do not want plot progression, right? You need to keep the story moving, eggs. They were trying to see if you could become distracted enough. They were trying. They were trying. Nearly happened too. This is my second glass. All right. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna show up on the camera, but our eggs are now set. Actually gonna up over. The best way I found to be able to do that is a spatula. Now, don't have to worry about the tomatoes getting too soupy because we cooked a lot of that water out of them. I'm gonna go plate those up. Go. Nice and pretty that is. And hit with a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Now normally when you're making eggs Benedict, this is where you would pour on all the hollandaise. But instead of the hollandaise, going with a buttload of cheese. Specifically a buttload. Yes. It is a fairly specific unit of measure. And there you have it. Now, we are also going to dish up our casserole. Oh, I forgot the pecans. I think this is... Now, if you let this sit a little bit longer, it will hold together. And if you cut it when it's cold, you can actually wrap them up into individual packages that you can pop in the microwave for about a minute in the morning, pour some syrup on it, you're good to go. Of course, we need syrup. Which, of course, I had to go with bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup. Once I can figure out how to open this. Can't beat some of the Coney Islands in the area that have $4 breakfast specials. Wow, that's good for $4. Now time for the money shot. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. Money shot? You too? Mm-hmm. Okay. I have to go now. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you, Blazin'. Alright. Some of those blueberries in there. Oh, come on, blueberry. Mmm. Oh my god. You can taste the bacon, a little bit of the sage, got the blueberries coming through, of course that syrup, and the cinnamon, and the bread holds together. Mmm. Oh, good. Alright, now let's bust into, I should probably do it from this side, our Italian eggs Benedict. Gotta get that yolk. There it is. Mmm. Mmm. They're so succulent. That egg is perfectly done. The tomatoes are nice and fresh. The Brussels sprouts gives it a little bit of deepness without being overwhelming. The bread holds together. We just reopened the stream, was confronted with We need a supercut of every that's heard on this channel. That's a lot. That's at least like once a cocktail video and a minimum of 10 in any cooking video. Oh, that is nice. Need to upload it to Twitch then. Alright, speaking of Twitch, let's see if he is live right now. He is not live yet. Okay. Damn. Let's say we could go raid Stormforce over on Twitch, but he's not streaming yet. But he will be streaming soon, so if you'd like to go hang out there, I'm gonna go hang out there while I finish eating all of this, shoving it in my face. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will be having more of the products in the description down below if you guys are looking for, you know, some products to get your kitchen started. We'll have that in there. This week, we are going to be giving you guys a Death Road to Canada cooking video for our cocktail video this week. So I'm going to show you another way to be able to enjoy veggies that you thought you hated. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't already, you want to hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. If you throw me a thumbs up, and I will see you. Ooh! Champagne bubbles. In the next live stream on Monday. Bye, guys.